Hi, my name is Mike from the carrierdirect sales team. On today's video, I'll be showing you carrierdirect transportation management system with all its features and how the software works. So this is an all-in-one transportation management system which includes three portals: a dispatch portal, a driver app, and a customer portal app. Let's go through the main features. Start with the route planning and optimizer with live mapped driver location and stops, dashcam, and maintenance. The system will compile all the stops for the driver and optimize the best route so the driver will save time and fuel. Next, we have the order management, billing, and invoicing, where the system can manage the entire accounting. It can replace QuickBooks, but however, we do connect with QuickBooks if needed. So the system creates invoicing, statements, record payments, payment receipts, etc. Then we have the BOL and POD generator with an official bill of lading, proof of delivery, and digital signature. Then we have the driver app communication with print labels, barcode scanning, route optimization, taking pictures, recording payment. Then we have a customer portal with live tracking, where the customer can enter orders, pay their bills, print their invoices, etc., and a personalized website to attract customers and to market the company. Let's jump into the software. So we open up the dispatch portal. I'm going to go through the menu on the left here to be able to connect to the system, how it was structured. Starts off with the dashboard. The dashboard will give you all the open orders. Anything that is still pending, or something that has not been picked up or not delivered will be displayed in the dashboard. Anything that has been picked up or delivered will disappear from the dashboard. Then we have orders. Orders will be a list of all your orders, i.e. all your trips, all your bookings will be in the order tab. Doesn't matter if it's picked up, if it's not picked up, if it's still pending, everything you'll find under the order tab. Then we have customers, where you manage your billable customers. Address book is where you manage your pickup and drop-off addresses. Basically, the system will save all the pickup and drop-off addresses, just dump it into an address book for future references. Drivers is where you manage all your drivers. You can add edit drivers. Pending transfers is between one driver to another driver if you need to transfer between a driver to a different driver. Global maps will be live driver location and stops. All jobs will be basic reporting. Give you a report. We'll show you exactly in detail, split up by unpaid, total collected, etc. Billing will be a list of all the invoicing, customers and invoicing. Payments will be a history of payment. And then we have some settings. These are one-time settings that you can set up. Recurring scheduling, services, you can set up your own services, set up your vehicles, your partners like FedEx. We'll go into this later. The last option is log in as driver. We can log in and share driver screen as well. Let's jump into the dashboard. Now, before I go into the details of the dashboard, I'd like to point out two things. Number one, the system is a responsive cloud-based system. You can open it at any device, which is a laptop, computer, desktop, a smartphone, a tablet. Any device, it will adjust based on your screen size. So for example, if we do this smaller, you'll see it adjusts based on screen size. So as you can see here, the system adjusted the orders with a blue button here. So it will adjust to your screen size. Same with phones, etc. The next thing what I want to point out is that this system has a technology called inline edit, where you can easily make changes. So most systems, for example, if you go to a address, okay, so you want to edit information, most systems work, you have the edit button, you click into it and you make the necessary changes. In this system, you can do edit with this button, or if you wish, it works like Excel. You can double click, enter some information, 1, 2, 3, hit the button, and bingo, it's updated. This is how easy it is to update. Okay, so let's go overview the dashboard. So the dashboard starts up with the add new order button. This is where you add new orders, trips. It has open jobs, which is today's open jobs, upcoming jobs, anything that is from tomorrow and on, and a beautiful calendar. It goes by week. We'll list you all the drivers, all the stops for the week. As you can see here, on the left side, we have a list of your drivers. And here we have the days of the week. And each day, you can click and open the details of the shipment. Then we have the link to share with customer. So you copy and share this link with the customer to be able to log in. So here are the open jobs. As you can see here, we have first, it will show you the type, which is a pickup or drop-off. You can see here, pickup 55814. This is the trip ID. And this shares the same ID. The pickup and the drop-off will share the same ID. The only difference is going to be the drop-off is going to have a -1 for first drop-off. You can have multiple drop-offs, as you can see here. Pickup 55812, drop 55812-15, and then you have C-2 as well for this order, and -3. So there's 3 stops here. Let me just hit edit here so you can see how an order would look like. And we're going to show you soon how to open the order. So as you can see here, this is the pickup, the drop-off, drop 2, drop 3, but I don't want to jump into that. Let's go back to the dashboard. We'll go soon through the add new order page. So that is the basic of the dashboard. Very simple, straightforward. It just shows you the orders. You can see the drivers, the addresses, the statuses, what the status, if it's this will be updated by the driver. You can always edit, delete, or switch address from the pickup to the drop-off if you need to. You can always search and filter this page. Very simple, straightforward page. I'm going to open up the add an order page because this is the biggest function in the system. So it starts off with a pickup. You can see the page is split into two. We have the pickup container, and then we have the drop-off container. And you can add multiple drops as well. I'll show you soon how to do that. So first you enter the pickup information. So you start with the phone number. Now, if the phone number is already in the system from customer or address book, it will automatically populate it here. So let me show you how that works. So I started typing in these numbers. It automatically shows up here, saved within the system. If it's not there, no problem. You can just type in your own number and use that number, no issue. You can find a contact from the system. So for example, if I search Costco, I can find Costco's saved within the system. Or if it's a new address, it's not in the system, you can type in here Costco and you'll see it. These are Google suggestions, so you can click on them and it will automatically be saved in the system next time you save the order. Now you can see it's already filled in all the information, the address, city, state, zip code. Now you can update the address as you wish. So I'm typing in our information, and as you can see here, the system will automatically Google suggests you address here. It's going to automatically fill this in. Then we have the pickup date and time. By default, it's today with no time. You can click into that and select the time. Okay. Then we have the phone 2, quantity, how many packages are being picked up. Shipment ID, we have a specific shipment ID for the order. Now, driver, who the driver is going to be. You can set up the order dispatch with the system to assign it to the closest driver, or you can assign it to a specific driver. So let's assign it to test. Now, you can have multiple routes. You can set up this on the settings. You can create a morning route, evening route. I'm going to skip this for now. Vehicle, if you have a trailer, minivan, you can set this up under the settings. Pickup status will be updated by the driver, so you don't have to worry about that. And then there's notes, ring doorbell. You can add services, for example, waiting time or insurance, for example. Add services, here we go. You can update the pricing. Now the services can be updated through the settings as well here. You can modify it through here. And then you can upload files if you wish. You can upload images, files, whatever you need to upload. You can always select the file to upload. Then we go to the drop, same idea, same concept. So let's just select something from the system. It fills up automatically information. Drop date and time will be selected same as pickup date and time. Phone 2, quantity for drop off, price. Now this can be configured within the system on the settings. We can set you up the mileage rates, city to city rates, zone to zone rates, state to state rates, zip code to zip code state rates. Shipment ID for the drop if you have a specific shipment ID you want to label it. Then the driver is already set to test since we set the pickup to test. Again, route is the same as the pickup route. Ship status will be updated by the driver. Payment type, you don't have to worry about that. It's usually if you specifically want to assign to a credit card or terms. Mileage from the pickup to the drop off, and some notes for the driver per customer. And you can add services to the drop, you can add files to the drop, and then build to. Who's going to be the build to? You can select a customer, you can do build to pickup, build to drop off, or add new, or select from the list here. You can add another drop, so let's go ahead and do that. So we've selected another drop here. Okay. And you can record a payment if you wish. So record payment, this we can connect to your processing. So we connect with Square, CardNox, and Stripe. However, if you have a custom software, you can connect this to your custom software. You can save the card on file or charge it right away, because a lot of times you charge a client after delivery, so you want to save the information and charge it later. You can have cash or check record payment or other, for example, quick pay, etc. So let's save the order. So we just saved now the order. We're going to see this now on the dashboard. Okay, as you can see here, pickup 5581. Sorry. Was scheduled for later. So as you can see here, upcoming jobs, because it was scheduled for 2250. It's 55815, 55815-1, 558-2. This will automatically show up here 30 minutes prior to the date and time. You can see test driver is assigned. You have some icons here. We'll show you the notes. You can edit, you can delete, you can move it to the open jobs. As you can see, move to open orders. Now it's here. 55815-1-2. You can edit, etc. Let me show you the invoice, which is very nice here. So if you open up the invoice, you can see you can put your company logo here, your information, who the bill to is. You can see here the pickup, the drop off 1, drop off 2, exactly the pricing, and it shows you the amounts as well. Now you can print this, you can email it to the client. It automatically shows up all the client's email addresses saved on file. You can download the PDF or close. So now we created this one order. You can go into orders now, go to the next tab. I can see the order created now on the top of the list. Something is switching, okay. Okay, let's show you here. As you can see here, this is the order. Pickup 55815. Well, this is what we did. You can get an invoice from here as well. Let me edit the order just to show you the order that we created before. So this is the information we collected. This is the waiting time, insurance, and heavy package. This is the invoice. And you can see here the waiting time, insurance, and the package, everything included here. Now again, you can record a payment when you do that. When you edit the order, you can add it. You can make changes to the order. You can do a BOL. Here you can see how a BOL would look like. Now these are all editable. You can make changes to that and just save it within and save. Now if I open it up again, I should be able to have the saved fields. Here we go. There's a BOL. You can also capture signature as well and save it. You can print this. You can email the BOL to the customer as well. And then you can capture signature. Usually the driver can do that. However, the dispatcher has also the option of to capture signature. We can save this. Okay, so we covered the BOL. We covered the create order. Okay, on this order page, which is the second page here, we can import orders through Excel file. You can export orders by these kinds of filtered reports, and you can export to QuickBooks as well. You can search for any order you wish through a global search, or you can filter it by date, etc. and driver. Let's jump into the next tab, which is customers. Here you'll see a list of your customers. For each customer, again, you have the option just to make changes through a double click. You can also edit the customer information. You can see the customer's orders. You can log in as the customer to share screen with the customer, and you can create those billing statements through here as well. Let me show you how a customer would look like. So if we can add new customer, this is a customer field. Let's go back and just edit one. It's going to be a little easier to understand, I assume. So let's say we edit this one. So we have the company name. We can have multiple email addresses. Here you can set up what you should get an email for invoicing, or prior to pickup, prior to drop off, or drop status. You can put in a password, a phone number. You can add multiple phone numbers as well. Add as unit, city, state, zip codes, latitude, longitude on the map. If it's a term, COD on account, you can do default pricing for the customer. You can set up that this customer should calculate based on zip codes, rates, city to city. We'll go into that later. Email that you can set up a date in the month when the customer should get an email of on a statement email. You can do monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, etc. Auto charge, you can set up when the system should auto charge monthly, weekly, or bi-weekly. You can save a card on file. You can add custom services for this customer. Let's say waiting time, want to give them a special discount. You can add custom zip code to zip code rates, city to city rate, or zone rates, or mileage rates, or taxes. You can customize additional charges as tax. Then some notes on the customer, credit limit, and then we have some settings here to some permission settings. This is the customer. Let's jump next to address book. It's just random pickup drop of addresses with the system will save. Same idea, very simple, straightforward for the add new address. Now let's jump into drivers. So in the driver tab, you have a list of all the drivers. You can add a new driver. Let's edit the driver to see what we have here. So driver, we have the name, email address, username, password, phone number. You can set a custom color, commission, vehicle type, if it's a van, trailer. If you want to give commission for the driver, how much commission. Vehicle registration plate, number, license plate. You can put in all these information, and a bunch of permission settings. We'll go into this at a different time. If these are all just on all functions for the driver. On the driver page, you can search for any driver. As you can see the map, ways on the map. I'll show you soon the global maps a little bit more clearer. You can see all his jobs, nice report. You can see when he logged in, when the driver logged in. So there's a clock in, clock out function, exactly how many hours the driver worked. Besides that, we can see exactly how he logged in, what time he logged in with a web or app. And then we have the function of login as driver. So you can log into the shared driver screen. You can also see the reviews that customer leave for the driver. Customers can leave a review, you can see the reviews, or you can delete the driver. You can also export the driver log. We'll give you all the information from the driver, when he drove and when he logged in, etc. These are the pending transfers. Next step, pending transfers from one driver to another driver. So we'll show you the order ID, transfer from driver to driver, and it gives you all the details you need to know. Global maps will be, you can literally do anything from this page. You can create orders through this page. You can adjust orders. You can do anything through this page. So here first you can see the driver pins. So you can see exactly when the driver was pinned last, where he's live now on the map. These blue pins are unassigned trips that it was not yet assigned to a driver. Now if you click on any of these drivers on the right side, you can click and see this driver, his route. It's going to load now optimized route. You can see it's optimized, and you can see exactly the driver pickup, step 1, step 2, step 3. Let's go to a busier one. This one. It's 3. Let's go to a bigger. Let's go to test. Okay, as you can see here, test pickup 1, 2, 3. You click on these red pins. It'll show you a pop-up and take you to the stop. You can see it's optimized. You can right-click here. You can change driver through here as well. So you change from one driver to another driver. You can change the status if it's picked up, etc. You can change date and time. You can edit the order, center to map, disable sort to exclude it from the optimizer, or delete stop. Now you can also drag and drop. I can drag and drop, as you can see here. I'm clicking to drag and drop. I moved it to the top. Now the route got optimized because I moved this to the top. So things change. You can easily drag and drop all these calls. On top, you'll see the unassigned trips. You can also add trips through here. So we have a quick add trip button here. So you have the date and time, phone number, contact information, pick up and drop off addresses. These are all connected to Google, obviously. This is a nice quick screen to add an order. You can also export all the routes. You can see the yesterday's route. If you click here, it will go back to yesterday's date and show you the route from yesterday. This is global. There's many more functions to it. I'm just not going to go into this right now. I'm just giving you more like an overview of the system. Then there's all jobs. Will be reporting, basic reporting of subtotal amount, unpaid, card collected, cash collected, other collected like quick pay or any other app. Total on account, So you can see the numbers. When you click on them, if you click total unpaid, it will filter the result to all the orders that has not been paid yet. So you click on this, it bounces out, and you see all the orders that have not been paid. These are reporting. You can go back with dates, etc. Then we go to billing. Billing, you can generate a statement and invoices, as we showed you before, the invoices. So you could, so if I go into this one, this particular customer, and I do print statement, the system will automatically generate me a statement of all the orders. So as you can see here, order ID, pickup drop off, order ID, pickup drop off, and you can see here, order ID, there's many drops here, and the quantity. We'll also see the quantity, the pricing. This is how a statement look like. You can email the statement, you can print email and download as a PDF. You can record payment as well, so you can click on multiple invoices. As you can see, these are order IDs, and just hit record payment, and we have the total here, and you just punch in the credit card number or cash check or other. You also have an invoice for each of the orders. You can open an invoice as well. Next, we're going to payments. So here you can see a history of payments. Let's just do one. So we can see here the payment history. So you have the date, the reference number. You can view the information, so it's going to show you up a nice payment receipt. So this is a payment that was done to all the. This is a total payment that was done for. You can see amount was 1,100. But the reference ID is grouped, i.e., that will group all the invoices and show you exactly what has been paid. So this one was for all these orders. This is the payment window. And then we have the settings, so you can set up your recurring scheduling, which we don't have here. I also want to show you something about the recurring scheduling, something that we did miss when we showed you how to create an order. So let's jump into the order itself. So this is the order overview. Now, if you scroll down a little bit, you can see here transactions. So anytime you record a payment, if we record a payment to this order, cash check, let's just, okay. So the email was sent, close. Now let's refresh this window. We should be able to see here a transaction, a payment of 140. Cash paid, you can delete this, was recorded by admin. You can also see a lag of all the orders, what has been happened to the orders, who created the order. As we know, we created the order, and you can see a driver test is assigned, etc. So you can see everything from here. And on this window, you can also reoccurring schedule. So you can set this up to go by weekly, monthly. You can set up the dates, from date to date. You can set up reoccurring scheduling. Then we have the services, where you can manage your services. Custom services, discounts, insurances, etc. Vehicles, you can add your own vehicles. If you have trailers, minivans, whatever you have, you can set up here. Partners, FedEx, UPS, for example, you can set up your partners, and they will show up when you select a driver in the order tab. Then rates, where you can set up your city-to-city rates. Zip code is pick up zip code to drop zip code, pick up city to drop city, pick up zone to drop zone. You can create your own rates and add as many as you wish, customize your rates. Or we have the mileage rates, so you can put as many as you wish, but you can set it up from mileage start to mileage end, from quantity to quantity, etc. Taxes, if you charge taxes, zones, routes, you can set up your own routes, as we displayed you before by creating an order. You have the route drop down, and then the settings. These are general settings, like QuickBooks connection, etc. There are many options here. You can set and switch, like the time. Let's say we'll update the time, and then we have SMS setup. So you can set up your SMS when you want the system to generate SMS, and then we have a connection to America. Now we covered the whole system. Now I would like to jump into the login as driver. So login as driver test. The driver test will see it on his mobile device. So let's make it as a mobile device. This is what it's going to look like. So we have open here on top. We have the open orders, anything that is open that needs to be taken care of. Completed is anything that is done and completed. Scheduled is anything upcoming, and unassigned of the unassigned trips where the driver can grab a trip. For example, like a taxi style, or if you want just to drive to grab a trip. Now this is collapsible. These are collapsible. If you click on it, it can collapse. First thing is the address. When you click on the address, it will open up the maps. So you can see here, if I click on the address, and the maps opens up. Then we have, in this case, we don't have a phone number here listed. As you can see, there's phone numbers, name, amount. You have notes, so you can edit the dispatcher can write notes. The driver can edit notes, so they can put in any additional information to the notes, save it, and they can update status to delivered. They can add an image, upload an image, or request delete. If they request delete, let's try this. They write a reason why they want to delete it. This is a test. They send a request, and the dispatcher should get a request that there's an order to be deleted. Let's see if we see it here. Here we go, delete requested. You click on it, you can see the reason why you would like to delete it. Okay, then it shows up deleted. Anything that is done will collapse, will automatically collapse and fall to the bottom. This is the driver screen, very simple, straightforward. There's nothing complicated or confusing here with the driver. Very, very straightforward. The green buttons is where you update the status. So arrive will be when you arrive at the location. We'll send automatically SMS to the customer. Pick up if you picked up the order. You just click picked up. System picks it up and puts it in the bottom on the screen. It doesn't consider it in the route anymore. This is the driver portal. Now let's close the driver portal and let's jump into the customer portal. So I'm going to customers. We have that button login as customers, so the customer could see a dashboard of all his trips. Now let's find a customer where you can see more information like live orders, etc. So this customer will log in. They should have some orders here displayed. So these are all pending orders. Okay, so you see searching for driver. There's a driver sign. Here you can see all the stops, and this you can see the live driver location. So you can see all the stops and see where the driver is. This will automatically update while the driver is moving. They can also create add orders. You can see their order page and add orders. Very simple, very straightforward. So we have an easy screen for the driver to add orders. Let's open this up. So they can select something on the map. So they want to select here on the map. They can select location, and the system will automatically select the location. And then you can drop in a drop-off address as well. They have more options. Now, a lot of times the user will see it from his phone, so it looks like something like this. More options, book trip. This is how it will look like. They have also an advanced way how to put in the orders through add new, which will give them more like a dispatch way of entering the orders. Okay. Now, the customer will also have his own address book. They can pay invoices. They can select what to pay. You can see the invoices and see payment history. They can also edit their profile. We covered all the 3 portals, which are the dispatch portal, the driver portal, and the customer portal, including the live driver locations and stops. There's many more features and functionalities that you can customize within the system that we did not cover. For example, in the settings, there's so many ways you can adjust it to fit your needs. You can update your company information, email address, so much more that you can actually do here. Now, this is the overview. If you feel that this system works with you, connects with your workflow, just reach out to us, sign up for a free trial. There's no charge for trying our systems. There's no contract, no setup fee, no hidden fees. Our contract, you can try it at the 14-day free trial. You can sign up free on our website, and you can sign up here for a free trial. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, please send us an email to support@carrierdirect.ai, or feel free to email us info@carrierdirect.ai, or chat on the website as well if you have any questions. The system is very simple, straightforward. We try to make it as easy as possible. We also have integrations, and feel free to have a call with us if you have any other questions or concerns. Have a good day.